What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy KC Plays, and I'm here with
Cisco,
and we are King's Crew. Welcome to the castle. Yo, ladies and gentlemen, today we are here to react to the video titled Pornstars and Their Partners Play Truth or Drink.
before we get into the video, let us know down in the comments, would you date a porn star knowingly? You was like, this is a good, like you went on a date, you know, they told you what they do for they living and whatnot, and you like, you know, they a cool person, whatever. You actually like, cause like it can't be like, oh well, if I ain't really like them like that, then nah. But it's like, nah, you really like them, you know what I'm saying? Y'all vibe, y'all went to whatever, did activities, nice conversation, they made you laugh, you know what I'm saying? They find out they a porn star, you know what I'm saying? Same day, not like y'all went on like 3 days and it's like, damn, I got blindsided on the day of porn star. It was like they told you same day. Would you still be with that person?
Could you still do it?
Let us know.
I feel like it's very circumstantial as well. I was like, you should know going in, but also if you know going in, that could be like a red flag as well. Because it's like, if you know this person is a porn star, is that the reason why you went after this person? That could be a thing as well. Like, oh, I seen this person online. This
I
is
want
why
to see
I
what
like
that's
this
about.
person.
I want to know what
Then
that's
you're like fetishizing that person in a sense, because if you never knew they was a porn star, you wouldn't be with them. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, at least in the circumstance of you not knowing, and you know what I'm saying, you vibe with this person or whatever, and at the end of the day, she say, hey, just to let you know my occupation, cause I feel like it can come into effect.
There's guy porn stars out there
Right.
too, or they, because it's them porn stars out there. You know what I'm
Anybody.
saying? So it's like,
just like,
you know, you go on a date with a person, like you find out, like they,
this is what I do.
you know, they bust it open for a living.
I feel like it's circumstantial. Like for me personally, it's circumstantial. Actually, nah, I'm insecure. I'm not gonna lie to you. So I can't have nobody that I'm with showing their body in any capacity online or on social media. You know what I'm saying? You can say that that's like a I'm not secure in myself or whatever it is. That's just how it is for me. You know what I'm saying? So I was gonna say,
yeah, it's just not for you.
right.
It's just not for you. You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna say, like, maybe it can be like a circumstantial thing of like, maybe she not, you know, doing anything with anybody. Maybe she doing solo stuff, like kind of like on her OnlyFans type vibe. But me personally, I couldn't do any person in the sex industry in any capacity. I couldn't do that. 'Cause you know what that comes with.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like me personally, like I'd be able to look past like the solo stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's just that. It's just solo stuff. It's like, you know, you doing your thing.
She getting that bag though.
You know what I'm saying? They do be getting that bag. But it's like, you know, it's just solo stuff. You feel me? Now it's like when you start adding people, and it's like,
I couldn't do that.
you feel me? Like, I can't rock with that one. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care what nobody got to say about like, oh, I seen your girl pictures or videos or whatever. You know, she was busting it open on the OnlyFans, and it's like, okay, thanks. You paid for our coffee that morning. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, cause like, how else did you see it? You feel me? You paid for our coffee that morning. Thank you. You know,
like you're in her DMs. I'm in her guts type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you know what I'm saying? Like, you in her DMs. They're like, oh my god, that's such a good video. I loved it. I came so hard. Whatever the fuck. And it's like, I'm sitting there like, you know, I'm driving her car.
right.
You feel me? Like, you know, like, it's not, you know, but it like, when it's like I said, when you like add people to it, it's like, oh, I'm finna go do a shoot with this person. It's like, no, you're not.
No, you're not.
No, you're not. And not
what
like,
if it's like,
not like I'm telling you not to go do the shoot with the person, but it's like, okay, but like, the locks gonna be changed when you come back. You feel me?
but okay, what if it's like you're dating a female, right? And she doing it with other women. So like lesbian stuff or whatever. Or you're dating a guy and he's doing it. I feel like with girls are different. You know what I'm saying? I feel like men is like, nah, but girls they have an easier time looking past it than men. I feel like everybody as a whole looking past the whole, like, if
girls have an easy time looking past if they guy was
doing something with somebody else, another girl. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they have like an easier time looking past it.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like men, we're just like, nah, fuck that entirely. nah. But I've heard certain like people, like I've watched like certain podcasts of like women who date men in the industry, and they're just like, yeah, he did it, you know what I'm saying? Like I didn't have that much of a problem with it, you know what I'm saying? But when it came to like a vice versa type thing of like, yeah, now I want to get in the industry and I want to do things, and he was like, hell nah, fuck all that, you know what I'm saying? Like I've seen that a lot of times, so I feel like with dudes and like you can bring like in like the whole like threesome aspect into it. You ask your girl for a threesome, like, oh yeah, I want to bring in another girl, and she's like, hey, what if I want to bring in another guy?
No, I
what
got this
the hell?
really cool coworker, you know, it's a really funny coworker. He's pretty cool. Whatever you want to, you know, right?
He, nah, I ain't say that. You know what I'm saying?
I thought you was talking about Rebecca.
Nah,
Not Robert.
Yeah, I feel like.
But yeah, basically, that's just a long drawn away. Like, let us know. Like, would you? You know what I'm saying?
I couldn't personally, but yeah, we're finna get into it. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
What do you do with me that you won't do in a scene?
Oh, you by me. Yeah, I don't do that with anyone else. I yes, all of
What'd she say?
Yeah, I
What do
didn't
you do with me
understand
that you won't do in a scene?
Oh, you by me.
What do you do with me that you won't do in a scene?
Oh, you by me.
Oh,
I
Yeah,
don't
that's
do
not
that.
she said you get paid.
I yes,
I thought she
all
said
of-
Whoa!
Oh.
Got brutally honest.
finish in me.
You cream pie?
Yeah,
That's, yeah.
That's what I
But she
heard.
said bye.
I oh.
Oh.
Yeah, it's where, like, because I seen it too, but it's like there's the buy me part.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So it's like,
I,
that doesn't just make me think, like, oh, you get fucked by me.
I don't do that with anyone else.
I don't know if, like,
All
for
of-
sure if that's what she said, because,
I didn't think you was gonna say all that.
like, damn, you just all
Whoa.
on the table. Like, I mean, yeah, you in the industry, we do this, but it's like, I didn't know he's gonna tell the cut.
Damn.
I didn't know he's gonna tell all the reaction channels at all. You got brutally honest. Yeah, that blindsided it. You ain't ready for that.
Who are you two and how do you know each other?
I am Kelly.
I'm Robbie Apples.
My name is
Robbie
Kate.
Apple,
He's
you
definitely
gotta be
the-
a porn star
my
with
name's
that
Jalen
name.
Bailey.
Apollo Banks.
What does your husband do for a living?
He's a porn star.
Is it safe to say you're both porn stars?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Porn star
I
couple,
think that's
is
different.
that rare?
They both.
A
Yeah.
healthy porn star couple is rare. That's what I'd say.
Who's the porn star?
It's me. I know it doesn't look like it. She looks like the porn star.
Do people think that?
Yes.
Yeah, you
Because
never
I
think she
big
was a
fake
porn
tits
star.
Ah,
and blonde hair.
It's just the whole
Who wants to
vibe.
start?
She
Ladies
gives like
first.
Okay.
exotic activities.
What did
vibe.
you think when you
know what I'm
first
saying?
found out
Yeah.
I was in porn?
You asked me before we were dating. She was just asking me as a friend if she should join. I didn't. I was like, okay, sure. I don't know. It'd be cool to know a porn star, so do it.
you found some of my porn. That was how you first found me, right?
Yeah.
So the first time you saw him, he was sleeping with someone else.
Yes.
And you were like, this is the one.
She
Yes.
said, I want some of that.
When I found out you did porn, I'm like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
She said, he hitting her right. I kind of want some of that.
Have you seen the rest of the porn performers? Gorgeous and male performer doesn't really have anything to do with each other.
Why is that?
Why? Because it don't matter if you're pretty, it just matters if you can keep your dick hard.
Yeah, the
Who
man ain't
fell
the
in love
focus.
with who first? I think it was at the same time.
I mean, you
feel
never
like
know.
you-
Sometimes with women, they might actually look for, you know, the male person. Because I've heard it like before. It's like, oh, porn is like centered towards like the male gaze and whatnot. Because like you don't see the guy, you just see a woman and like all this other stuff. Like the man is just the dick, you know.
He's
The man
just
is
the
just
body.
the appendage. You know what I'm saying? It's like everything. They just show the woman. They be like, oh, show the man sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm good off that.
I've heard
personally.
that before. And I mean, Doug, that's not what you there for. You
Yeah.
there to like, oh, who is this dude?
I mean, hang with a dude
what
just
he
be
looking like?
Like, nigga, you're not the star of the show. He be so vocal. And nigga, hey,
Like, bro, shut up.
like,
I'm trying to do something here. I'm trying to get something done here.
Getting
Like,
in
I'm
the
not trying to
way.
hear you. I'm not trying to hear you. Like, now I got to take out the left ear. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Because you all over here.
You were such a hoe before me, and then
I mean, we're still kind of hoes, but
different.
I remember when you drunkenly told me that you love me.
Yeah.
It slipped out, and I was like, "What did you just say?" And you're like, "Nothing."
Like, I didn't say anything. I'm like, did you just tell me you love me? No.
What's the hardest part of your job?
Just being tired, or I definitely got better at my boundaries and what I will and won't shoot. Before I was like, oh yes, sure, whatever. But now I'm like, it's emotionally, mentally not cool to do things that you don't want to do, I guess. Yeah.
No?
It's a lot more physically taxing, a lot more mentally taxing than I was ever prepared for. I can never be 100% whether my dick is going to work or not. It doesn't matter if you have.
You have no idea.
No idea. Because you don't always want to fuck these people. I don't care how much you think every girl that you want to fuck in this industry, you want to fuck them. Guess what? They're
so fat. Brendan, you're not.
They're what? Like, damn, like.
They're not fat.
They're not fat? Fuck. I really wanted to smash her, bro. I went there. She was not over 280 pounds. I couldn't get it up. I could not get it up.
There's been a time I did not want to.
I think the hardest part of my job is just having to perform with someone who is closed off. It just feels like you're having sex with someone who doesn't completely want to have sex, but they want to make money.
Yeah,
and it's
I
like
would
a
hate
icky
that
feeling. Like, I'm like, why are you doing this?
It's like now.
But
it's
your
like,
friends and family.
Now I feel like I'm violating you.
Yeah, I hate, but like, if I don't feel like doing it either, I feel like we're just both here to get money. You know what I'm saying? But like,
cut. Somebody, I don't know, get this bitch a Molly or something, like whatever the fuck. Like,
I would hate that. Like, you gotta be as much into it.
You want to just hold the
as
camera?
I am.
You want to just hold the camera or something? Cause like, you know, it's different. It's other positions here. You know what I'm saying? You could walk around, take the picture, whatever the fuck. You know, there's other things you could do in this, you know, in this setting. Like, you ain't gotta sit here and like, you know, take it. You might get paid a little bit less. I know you need the money, but it's like you're killing the vibe, love. Like
that gotta suck. Cause now she don't want to suck, cause she don't feel like doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that just takes away everything, man.
Family, think of our relationship.
Honestly, they weren't too supportive to begin with. I think a lot of people just kind of project their own insecurity onto it, and they were like, yeah, I couldn't do that, and that's not a sustainable dynamic. They're all,
it just
they're all
depends
cool
on
now.
the
Prove
person,
them
you
wrong.
know, like
My
the
friends
type of
think you're
person
fucking
that
dope.
gotta be
My
like
friends
cool
think you're super
with
cool.
that
My family, they love you
dynamic.
too.
Yeah, and your mom knows what we do. And
Yeah,
she's
my
super
mom's
supportive.
like about it.
She's
She's like, make
awesome.
sure you guys make your money.
Yeah.
Have people pay you the correct times, the correct amounts. Be on top of that.
What do your friends and family think of our relationship?
No, I want to drink.
They don't accept him, do they?
They be
Some
talking
people
crazy.
do know, some others.
Is your family religious?
Yes.
That'll do it.
Parents love me.
You going to
Yeah, my
hell
parents do love you. They don't know
Tonight.
you do porn.
But they don't know what he does.
So I think so far they just think he's just a full-time stuntman. But my dad was like, he gets a lot of work for a stuntman. He's like, Kate, does he do anything else? I was like, oh no.
Pops probably think you sell drugs.
How does your family feel about your job?
You know, I think my mom saw it coming. I mean, when I told her that I was a stripper, like long before I got in porn, she was like, I knew something like this was gonna happen.
My sister definitely knows. Most of my family knows.
Do you think your dad knows?
I think so. My dad's called me on a handful of occasions. He's like, hey, where are you getting this kind of money from? I'm like, do you really want to know? My dad's a pastor. Not like he really wants to know about this stuff. And I give him the option to ask or not. So
There's a little bit of it, kind of go like, fuck you, mom.
no. The whole reason I got into this, it's not.
How many
She said
people
the
have you
things he
slept
said
with?
to me
I
behind
was
closed
waiting for
doors.
this
He's definitely fuck you.
Maybe
Mom, Dad.
100, around there.
I, on the other hand,
Because your personal life before.
Before I got into porn, I remember that roughly was around 100. I've been in 7 years and I've been working with a different girl almost every day. So the number
Personal life before. Maybe 100.
how many people have you slept with? On the other hand,
around 100. I've been in 7 years and I've been working with a different girl almost every day.
That's a lot of people.
So the
Fuck.
number.
So 7 different
100?
girls a week. Maybe,
Well,
maybe
sometimes-
14 if you're doing
I mean,
like
I did
double.
that 7-girl reverse gangbang like the other day.
Reverse.
I know it's probably
Interesting.
400, 500, somewhere
God,
around there.
damn.
How many
That's a
people
lot.
have you slept with?
Like 15? And I thought that was a lot.
Oh, how many people have you had sex with?
Oh, what?
400, 500 people.
I don't believe people that.
How do you even know you fuck like 400, 500 people?
I don't believe people that say those high numbers. It like, cause like once it gets to like a certain point, you just lose count. He like fuck. Like how do you know it's in
like
that
382, 383,
kind of like fresh and fixed. It's just like, oh, I slept with over 1,000 women. How you know?
How you know? How you do that?
Once you get to a certain point of like your sexual history, it just becomes regular to you and you forget.
You gotta just be fucking. You gotta just be consistently for you to be what age and you got 400, 500, 1,000 people. At that point, is it fun anymore?
It can't be.
Is it fun anymore at that point? Because it's like
you lose hella interest. Just like
I feel like after like 50 or like 60, I mean that's just me. I feel like after that, it's about time. You got to start getting into some weird shit. You got to. There's no way you could be having regular ass. And I ain't talking about like, blindfold or like, tie a bitch up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta.
1,000 people. You did all that before.
You gotta be into some weird shit once you get to like the hundreds. Because at that point, it's like you just
go parachuting. I'm a skydive
straight into it. Like you gotta pop like 6 Viagra pills to even like still be good to go. Once you get down there, like she gotta be down on the target, like just sitting there.
Sitting there like this.
You know what I'm saying? Being carried by like 3 sharks. You know what I'm saying? Like fireworks. Like the sprinkler fireworks, like coming out her titties or something. Like you gotta be into some weird shit.
Even if it is true, after a certain amount of time, sex becomes just so regular to you that you don't even like body count becomes irrelevant. Like that's not even a thought in your mind no more. Like body count, like I don't know, a lot. Like if somebody asks you that, you're like. A lot, I guess. I don't know. Like it's not even a big thing.
Like why that's like such a big deal to people. Like, oh, how many people have you been with? What does it matter? You finna go through the list of like start asking her like, okay, what did this person do? Who is this person? Do I know? Like
that comes from a place of insecurity.
Cause like it really wouldn't change nothing. Cause like I heard like a lot of chicks say like they lie about it. Like just cause like since you wanna ask, I'm gonna give you a number. Like today I've been with like 80 people. Or
they say a big number.
Yeah, that's kind of like a crazy number because it's like, why you want to know? And it's like at that point, if you do want to know, that's something that's important to you, and it's like that just shows where your head is at. So it's like I'm finna give you like, you want to ask this number, you want to ask about this arbitrary like, you feel me, like number, like how many people you've been with to like try to determine, my value, whatever. So I'm finna give you like a crazy ass number just to fuck with your head. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's like one of the first things somebody asks you. That's a big red flag.
Yeah, you gotta.
That don't even cross my mind with people, to be honest.
Like first date, I mean, even then, like just period. I feel like just period, but especially like first date, they ask, you can't say nothing less than 100. You can't say nothing less than 100. I don't care if you a virgin. You can't say nothing less than 100. Because that just shows where they head at. And at that point, you don't want to be with that person no more. Because, like, why is this your topic of discussion? Like, you can ask me what my goals and ambitions is. You can't ask me if I want to put down a full 1K, if I want to invest into a business, if I want to do real estate, if I want to, what else niggas on podcasts talk about doing with women. If you don't want to ask me if I want to do it that,
like,
you want to ask how many people I fucked.
For you, they want to be with you. Like, they see you as, like,
are you
a
like,
thing?
Like are
how
you
used are you is basically what that term
is.
Like when it comes from men to women, it's more so how used up are you.
I mean, I feel like anybody, period. Like even women to men. Like why is that? You know what I'm saying? Like anybody asks you that, like this is my advice. Somebody asks you that shit, it don't matter when. Just can't be no less than 100.
Just to troll them.
No less than 100. You know what I'm saying? It's like you want to ask stupid questions. Get a stupid answer. How many people you been with? I don't know. I forgot. I mean, yesterday I thought it was like 432, but then I remember this Marathon Man gangbang I had back in France, and it was like 60 people there, but I just counted 60 before I passed out, and I woke up like 4 hours later. It was like 60 different people there, and it's like I don't even know if that's like a second set of 60 people or if that's like the fourth set of 60 people since I passed out. So it's like I don't know. It's somewhere. Like you know what I'm saying? You just gotta like get crazy with it.
I couldn't get why younger people ask that because they they're dumb. You know, it comes from a case of insecurity and just immaturity as well. But like older people, if you like, oh, this nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're immature, and
you
that
should be
kind
worried
of
about
shows.
your pension. You worried about what the fuck my mileage.
My mileage.
You know what I'm saying? You should be worried about if you getting that Social Security check, Grandpa.
Yeah, that's weird. Hella weird.
Whopping 25.
I thought it was 16. You fucking slut! Oh my god!
What part of my job intimidates you? Ooh,
The black guy.
the whole thing.
The black guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a shot.
You are?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why is that a hard one to answer?
It's not a hard one to
Nigga
answer.
said I'm gonna
just-
take a shot. Don't ask me why that's a hard one
They
to
always
answer.
do that. They ask old girl too, like, "Is your family religious?" I'm taking a shot. That's
Like,
like,
I plead the fifth. You can't ask me no more questions about this. Like, y'all make the rule. Like, oh, if you don't want to answer, take a shot. Take a shot. Why don't you want to answer?
like nigga.
The fuck?
There's always gonna be a little bit of jealousy.
Yeah, for
I'd
sure.
say I'm more comfortable with it now, but I think it'll always be there for both of us.
What part of my job intimidates you?
The fact that you're able to fuck almost anybody. Like, if I'm gonna have sex with someone, I really need to know this person. I really need to be attracted to them, but
like
he's
this
just
man
able
for 400,
to.
500 people.
Yeah, whatever. Let's just fuck. What was her name again? Oh yeah.
I know their names.
Does your job affect your sex life?
There are some times where I cannot be, like,
You
most
have to save your precious seed.
Sometimes
that's
because
nothing
like he doesn't
too.
want to come because he has
What?
to keep his.
The whole like, your job is sex, but also part of the relationship is sex. So if you,
It feel like you working now.
yeah, but like if you're tired, like you can be sexually tired.
Yeah.
Like I don't feel like doing this no more. But your partner is here like, what? We
I'm ready
did it
to
in
go.
3 days. You know,
I'm ready to
or like
go. I
a
just
week
pop
or
like
two.
2 perks and have like 3 bottles of, what is that, Taylor Port? I'm ready to go. What's up? And it's like, I just got off a 4-hour shift. Like, not even 4, I just got off like an 8-hour shift. You know what I'm saying?
That
Like,
shit suck. Like I
Mans
seen
is tired.
this
man's is tired.
I seen this Adam 22 podcast with a porn star on it, and she's like married to this other porn star dude, and she wasn't a porn star when when they got married or whatever. She got into it afterwards, but he always been a porn star the whole time. She was like, she wanted to get into it, and it was like hard for him to like, you know, understand or whatever. And he finally got past it or whatever. And one thing that was hard for him was that she was like reckless. Like she had come home like face all messed up, makeup all over the place, heels in her hand, just like obviously fucked up. Yeah, like come on. And then he just like, bruh, like you got another man's semen in your eyes, like, and you're just
You can't
walking
even look
in.
at me correctly because like,
Just, oh, how was work? Oh, it was so fun. Like, bitch, like
I see.
You're not even being respectful about it. You know what I'm saying?
I see it was. I smell it.
So that gotta be like a hard part as well, to be like, I can't really talk about this aspect of your job because it can. I don't know, like,
Because he has to keep his cum shot good.
Jesus.
I'm like, what am I reading right now?
Jesus. Be like, I can't really talk about an aspect of your life, or like an aspect of your job or whatever. That's a big part of your life because it can create other things. Like, I feel like that can, at least for me personally, that can create that's another hard thing. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
His cum shot good for the next day, or I'm super sore, and he has a big dick, so it's like.
God damn. See, I can't do that.
Wait, I don't know. Like, is she talking about him or somebody else?
If I have
He
sex
sound
too
like her
much,
job.
sometimes because like he doesn't want to come because he has to keep his cum shot good for the next day, or I'm super
Okay,
sore,
yeah,
and he has a
somebody
big
else.
dick, so it's like.
Oh,
If I
okay,
have sex
good.
too many
That's
times
talking about
with
somebody
him,
else?
or I'm super.
He saw his face. He
You know, that smirk, yeah.
Yeah, I do.
She do be sure.
It's such a burden. Like, yeah, I do got a big one. It's just be weighing me down. It's such a hassle in my life.
Sore, and he has a big dick, so it's like. If I have sex too many times with him, then I'll be sore from the scene.
Sex is great, but
Yeah.
after a certain point, you need breaks because it gets a little.
And like, that's what I was
You get
saying.
bored of it.
That's what I was saying. Like, after like 100, 400, not even like after 100, like after like
40, 50, you know what I'm saying?
Like, cause like it also depends on your age. It also depends on your age.
If you like 20
and you got like 50, it's like how long have you been fucking?
How often have you been doing it?
Like that too, cause like
fuck every
let's
day.
say you started fucking
day.
at like 18, you 20 years old. That's 50 bodies in the span of 2 years.
2 years. That's
you know
crazy.
What I'm saying? That's crazy.
You are an addict at that point.
You know, not trying to police nobody's body, but it's like, you know, that's like hella numb. It's like at that point, like you fucking just a fuck.
It could be a problem, honestly, because 2 years, 50 bodies is like, damn, like.
And it's like, like I was saying, like once you get into like those highlight buddies on some 400, 500, it's like at that point, I mean, yeah, cause like you got, that's your job, but it's like I think the other dude was like, it was like 100 something before he even started, and it's like at that point, like you doing it just to do it. Like, are you even like enjoying?
I mean,
this?
that's
like,
why you do as an occupation now. Cause he like shit.
Just doing it just to do it.
You know,
but it's like
get paid for it.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I see that, but it's like the people that don't get paid for it, it's like they be talking like, oh, I got these crazy numbers. It's like you just
do it because you bored.
It's just a hobby to
like,
you or something.
It's like when you eat when you bored.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't get nothing else to do. I'll hit up Samantha. You know what I'm saying? Like
this is a hobby to you or something. Like you don't like. Do you actually enjoy it, or you just like, yeah, get some fucking in. Yeah, I did some fucking today.
Or maybe like there are people out there with just super hot sex drives too.
That is true.
People that just enjoy doing it that much. You know what I'm saying? And
That's
people like
true.
that get into occupations like this when they can be beneficial.
Yeah. That's just my perspective. Like,
do we have boundaries when it comes to my work?
Like having fun.
Yes. Change your bed sheets.
Yeah, bed sheets.
Please.
I live in a place with one bed, and we usually shoot content on that too.
And I'm like, wait, has a girl slept in here? You're like, yeah. I'm like, change your sheets.
There's certain people that I don't necessarily want you to work with because I know how they are with women. I don't like that. I don't want them to
And you
be
don't want me to
with
shoot with
their
anyone that has a giant dick.
Yeah, no.
It's just.
It's a security.
It doesn't feel good. It hurts. So I'm wondering, like, do guys think that because a guy's bigger dick, they're like
Maybe
better
it's
than
an
them or
ego
something?
thing as a guy. I don't know.
It doesn't make any sense.
Y'all
to me.
do that, man.
What do you do?
Do what?
They create that whole like thought around the whole big is better thing.
But do they though? Cause like from a lot of testaments I heard from like multiple women is that like they be scared of that shit, and like when they do experience it, that shit be hurting. Like they like the average.
I feel like just now
You
they're
know
like
what I'm
debunking that thing of like, oh, big isn't always better. Kind of like,
But I heard that like for a while. It's just like it is. I don't lie. Like it is some motherfuckers like the thing like a term called like size queen. I don't know if you heard that before, but it's like yeah, like it is some motherfuckers out there that's like I want a big elephant trunk in my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not satisfied if you don't go from my ass
to my chest.
You know what I'm saying? Like I need that shit probably like dislocate my collarbone. You know what I'm saying? Like it's.
I mean,
I have
me, like,
heard
yeah,
people
like
that before.
I've heard as well, like big ain't good. You know what I'm saying? For real life people.
Yeah.
But like at least
I've
like
heard both.
society wise, it's like people like look at insults for men. Like you little dickhead. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like a.
But then it's like
thing
it'll
for
be the
big
same
to be-
people that turn around and be like, I don't want no big dumbass shit all up in me wrecking my shit. But it's like it's
Yeah,
all
it's
like Buddy said, it's like all the ego thing.
Yeah. But like where does that ego thing come from? It comes from. Does it come from people making that a part of our ego, or like it didn't just come out of thin air?
That is like a very good question.
I think it came from, but you can say it comes from women, but you can also say men. It's kind of like a trickle down effect, kind of like a domino effect. Like it came from men that put into women, and then women
And then
reinforce that to me. You know what I'm saying?
Men won't like the approval of women and stuff like that, and because y'all done created this system where like bigger is better. Like, oh, I gotta have a big one to please her, and it's like, oh, you know, now women, you know, who like don't really like think about it that much, like they're probably not like that much experience. They think like, oh, like the big ones is the good ones. You know what I'm saying? Before they like. Like before, like some of them be like, "Oh, I've tried some big ones." Like, "Oh, like that shit is like not cool." They be like, "Oh, the big ones is the good ones." So it's like if you ain't got a big one, I ain't rocking with you. And then it's like niggas, like you said, like a trickle effect. Niggas down the line, they hear that and they like, "Damn, I ain't got a big one, so she can't rock with me." And now that's
That
probably
creates
how
the
other
ego.
women think and stuff like that. So it's like now I gotta have a big one to satisfy women, and then like again, like you said, the trickle down effect will trickle down to women who think like, oh, if it ain't a big one, then I ain't rocking with it. It's like it's just like a constant back and forth. So it's like
I think another thing is it came
like,
from like porn as well. Like you look at all
like they
these
glamorize like
King Dingling ass niggas. You look at all these niggas walking around like this and shit. You like, hold on, I don't
King
look like
Dingling.
that.
Oh my god. Oh my god, it's so stupid.
Yeah, like you see, like I feel like it came from that, like people that got these like crazy things, but like also where did that come from? Why did that become the aesthetically
Like,
pleasing
why is that
thing
what
to
they
see?
chose to be like, okay, this what we gonna market?
Yeah, it could have been anything. Like that can like regular size could have been the aesthetically pleasing thing, and that could have been the monster. Like, oh, you got. It could have been looked at as like a deformity, which I think it is personally, but it could have been like a
you'll
deformity.
be like, buddy, he was like, yeah, I do got a big one. It's like, oh my god, like it's so, it's
I
like
got
this
a big one. Ugh, I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that should be me personally. I may sound like a little dick ass nigga, but I'm just,
we should advocate for average.
I think we should advocate for normal size men. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that should be the norm. I feel like you should shame the niggas that got the King Diggling. You should shame them.
Boo, shut up, little dick nigga. Boo. Do you got people posting like, if you got a little dick, just say that.
Right. that's they go to every time.
Do with me that you won't do in a scene.
The thing I do with you that I don't do with anyone else is just have those intimate moments of closeness, which is more beautiful than what I actually get to have in a porn scene.
I mean, when we have sex, I'm like giving you all, like every ounce of my love, you know, and I don't do that in my scenes.
What do you do with me that you won't do in a scene?
Oh, you cream pie me.
Oh, she
Yeah,
just said
I don't do that with anyone else.
Oh, it's because,
Yeah.
okay.
You got the subtitles.
The subtitles change. Got you. Because they probably couldn't say that in like the first 5 seconds of the video. Got you. But it did say bye.
Yeah,
so it's like, it sounded like she said, you get fucked by me.
Imagine. Put that on that man. He like, hold on now.
You said, that's what, then like him saying like he was brutally honest.
Yeah,
Just made
the
it
way
seem
he
like
worked,
she
yeah.
did say some crazy shit. But like, nothing in the bitch, like,
Yeah, I mean,
do that every day, B.
yeah, I don't do that with anyone else.
No, here we got to the.
I eat your ass. I'll let
Eat your ass. Oh,
That's what he
I'm
got.
brutally honest here.
Have you ever
said,
thought about leaving?
You let everybody know I be out here with my legs up like that. Because it's only 2 ways that can happen.
Only two
You
ways.
either lay back with your legs up, or like you. There's no manly way to be about it.
No.
There's no manly way. Like, I mean, you might be able to. Like, your legs still up, bro. You can look as hard as you want. Your legs is up. Like,
I gotta have a pistol in my hand. Hey, I'm still a gangster, nigga.
What you looking at, B? Just getting your booty hole slurred. Like, what you looking at? What you looking at, cuz?
Your booty.
I don't even know why you're worried about saying that. That's fine.
I was a little panicked early on, wondering if
I forgot what this
That's
was.
me.
You ever thought about that?
I don't even know why you're worried about saying that. That's fine.
I was a little panicked early on, wondering if this was something I could do.
Have you ever thought about leaving me?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I honestly think we both had the
What
conversation.
couples don't get in arguments?
Yeah,
Never, ever, ever, ever.
It's like he went to take a shot.
Couples don't get in arguments.
yeah.
Never, ever, ever, ever.
At that point. She said, I ain't never leaving you. I seen that one scene, you know, that crazy ass scene. I was feeling like think of a stupid ass fucking name, but I can't. But it's like
Stupid ass title. Those
when
porn
you're having
titles be
sex
hella
with
ridiculous.
yeah.
Sometimes, yes. There's been
I seen
definitely a
that
handful
one
of
scene,
times where
I
I've
ain't
never
never
seen, and I'm just like this. Let's think about her eating my ass the same way. There we go. That's the
Like if it's a really horrible scene, like I'm just like, fuck, there's no way. Like, this is taking too long.
You think of me?
Sometimes I will, yeah.
Wow.
I have. Yeah. Like maybe I wasn't feeling the energy in the scene, and I was like, okay, just pretend. Okay, I'm having sex with Callie. Yes.
You know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of that meme, that Simpson meme, when it's like, do it for her.
Yeah.
You ever seen it? You know what I'm talking
so.
about? Let me see. It's like says he working at like the factory or some shit, and let's see if I can find it.
That shit got something though, cause like I feel like people like there's like two aspects. I feel like if you can be in a healthy relationship with somebody that does sex work, right? I feel like there's two aspects. One, you just genuinely don't care. You're
Cause
here
like, they
for
put up a sign saying that shit, and like he like put like pictures and stuff like over it to like do it for her. And it's like that's what he gives, like oh, it's just like really horrible scene. So like I just think about like my girl, like do it for her, fuck her for her.
Imagine. Yeah, I feel like there's like two aspects of it, right? If you can have a healthy relationship with a porn star or somebody that do sex work with other people, one, I feel like either you just don't care what that person do outside of you. You know what I'm saying? You can be whatever. You're strong-minded enough, whatever it is. Or two, I feel like you don't value sex as much as the average person.
You just see
you
it as
don't,
like it's a profession.
yeah,
It's
like
just
or you
another
don't
profession out of
look
the
at
world.
it as important as other people do. Like him, he said, "I'll fuck 400 people," but when I have sex with you, it's love involved. Like that's what makes it different. Like you're not just another body. I feel like with other people, that's the important part to it. It's like the love connection. Like we're just doing this bitch bash bosh. You know what I'm saying?
You fucked them, but it's like you didn't feel that.
Yeah, I feel like that's another aspect. They don't look at sex as important as other people. They look at their deeper connection is way more important. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like even at least with this particular couple, she can probably go out and, you know what I'm saying, cheat on him or whatever, do whatever. But he just be like he can get past it better than your average man can because he doesn't view sex as that strong of an aspect or view sex as that important. Maybe it won't be like the cheating aspect. It'll be like you like broke my loyalty or you broke our trust.
I was gonna say like it depends on like also like the dynamic
the
that the relationship was like established in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But like for me, I'll be like I can't be with you because I'm just imagining you doing the same thing we do with somebody else. That's like my level. You know what I'm saying? It could be like my age or whatever it is, but I just, you know what I'm saying? But for them, I feel like it won't be the actual act of sex that will hurt him. It will be the you went out and did something with somebody else and broke my trust type shit. So, yeah.
Sunshine and rainbows.
What about that time I was on set with you and I was actually there watching?
Oh, that was super hot.
Yeah?
Super hot, yeah.
Okay.
There was one time she actually came to set and she watched 2 of her scenes. So she was trying to
Normalize it.
normalize what I do.
It was good.
Like knowing she was there watching and you'd be able to look over her once in a while, she's like,
He kept glancing over at me every now and then. He's like,
If I wanted you to, would you leave the industry for me?
Imagine you dating a girl that's a porn star. You go to one of her shoots, and she's sitting there getting rammed, and she look over you. She's like,
The hell, no.
or like she going crazy, like monster crazy, throw like all types of slobs. She just look up.
You got me, especially the throating part. You got me messed up. Hell
Like,
no.
all slob, tear like makeup running down her ass. She's like,
Hell no. She gonna look at me with tears rolling down my eyes. I'm just sitting there. I know it's over. I know I can't unsee what I just
like,
saw.
oh my god, why did I come here?
I would never leave the industry altogether. I would definitely start doing more OnlyFans, but it would have to be equal. That's what it'd have to be. It would have to both be doing OnlyFans.
Okay.
I wouldn't just me leave and you still be in the industry. Never.
Okay.
Never.
That's fair. Yeah.
would you
I ain't
leave the
leaving, so.
industry for me?
would I quit for you in the long run? If
In the long run, not right now.
You would?
In the long run, he made sure to clarify that.
Oh my gosh. That's like huge. All right.
I hate these people anyway.
I don't know if it was like a transition and I was on board with it. Sure.
That wasn't the
This
Basically
was never
saying
my
if I
goal
was
job
okay
in the
with
first
it,
place.
yeah.
I
What?
like doing it.
That's like him
You know?
saying in the long
If we're
run.
gonna have this life
Right.
together, it's like if you wanted that, I'd probably do it. Yeah.
Oh, sweetheart. That's a big deal. Oh, thanks for the titty poke.
Why do you think we stay together?
I think we're incredibly compatible. I think we build each other up and we want the best out of each other.
I think we both create a safe space for each other to express our feelings and our emotions and ideas.
Well, of course, because we love each other, but we're honest. I'm very forgiving, and
Because you're very forgiving.
fuck
too.
yeah.
That's why we stay together?
I feel like because I think about it and I'm like, is it really worth destroying a relationship over something so small?
Yeah, fair.
Like, it's more what you can go through and heal from and bond.
Why do you think we stay together?
I think we stay together because when it comes down to it, I'm something that you've needed.
Yeah.
Through the times, all your relationships never gave you the freedom or the love that I would. And I want you to feel like the woman who can do anything because you haven't had that in your relationships, and I want to make sure that you feel that in ours. I love you.
I love you so much.
She finna break down.
I'm sorry, crying. I wish watching this video. I don't, but I wish I was strong-minded enough to not for my woman to be sexually open and me be okay with it, because that kind of creates a deeper level of like love and trust.
What you mean by sexually open?
Being able to go and do stuff with other men and me be fine with it. Cause that like that.
You said you want to get there?
I don't
Oh.
at all. I don't.
Okay, like I lost you
don't.
like in the beginning of that sentence. Like, what did you say?
But just watch. Okay, let me say, it would be nice. Oh, I can see how it would be nice for that to be a thing, because it destroys that layer of sex being an aspect. Because sex can be very distracting, and it can cloud your judgment of, oh, I like this girl. Oh, I like this guy. You know what I'm saying? It can it can really cloud your judgment on a lot of things, and it can like be like just like a cloud over the relationship. I feel like sometimes that can make it very hard to get down to the deeper levels of the relationship, of like knowing and creating that deeper trust and love with each other. I feel like these people, they genuinely like love each other. You know what I'm saying? Like that's love. Being able to go and know that she out here doing this, he out here doing that. You
Yeah,
still
like
be
outside of all the jokes we did like through all of this, I will say like that's like is like a respectable thing. Like they can find like that comfortability and love and honesty within like a relationship dynamic like that. Like that's it take like a real strong like mentality to like do that. Because like you said, like a lot of people do like hold the idea of sex as this like real hot thing that like could like jeopardize a lot, like cloud, like you said, like cloud like they whole judgment and like stuff like that. So it's like for them to be able to find they comfortable dynamic within that, like that's like real, like, you know, big ups to you.
Yeah, man. I respect it. Will I ever get there myself? Never.
I feel like me, it would have to be something that's established in the beginning. Because like if it's established in the beginning and like that's something we talked about, like first date, second date, whatever the fuck, and it's like, okay, I know what I'm getting into if I continue to pursue this. So that's just something I'm gonna have to like adjust myself to, because it's like because like further along the line I can't like change my mind, because it's like we already talked about this, you know what I'm saying? Like this is what we talked about in like the meeting, getting to know each other phase. So
At
it's
that
like
point, it's
for
even
you
not
to
you
change
changing
your
your
mind,
mind.
it's like are you good? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, not saying like you're not allowed to change your mind, but it's like if you change your mind and you like make a big deal about it, make an issue about it, like that's different. Versus like if you change your mind, like, oh, like actually like this not for me. Like I tried it, I tried to adjust, like I can't. It's like, you know, just like respectfully, I don't like cut this off. Versus like, I ain't feeling this no more. You gotta stop this shit right now. You know what I'm saying? It's different. It's like, okay, like you need to go because it's like we talked about this.
Yeah.
Versus being in a relationship and establishing like an exclusive type thing, like just us, and then like further along, and like it'd be harder to accept that because like now you gotta change from the fact like, oh, this person is just mine. This is what we do, and yada yada yada. It's like now we gotta like change that to like, okay, now they finna be with other people.
You can't change the contract
and stuff like that because like it's like you already deep in it. You already like, like this is from my perspective. Like from me, like like. Yeah, like my perspective, like if it was like something I was involved in, it's like I wouldn't be able to do that. Like in the middle, because it's like we already established this, you know, this exclusive thing. So it's like to like try to switch up in the middle, like after everything's already invested, it's like nah, like I can't. I can't. The contract, you know what I'm saying? Like I can't see it that way. Like come in, change everything up. Like now you with other people. It's like wouldn't like sit right. Versus if we was to talk about this in the beginning, it's like okay, I actively made the decision to be here through that. So it's like it's different.
Yeah.
So like that'd be like how like it would go like for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can see that. Again, like I would never like judge anybody for how they feel. I feel like there is a comfort in the world will be a better place if you knew what you were comfortable with and what you could do, but also not shame others for what they're comfortable with and what they can do. I know personally I can't date somebody that's in the sex industry, but I'm also not gonna be like, oh, you a cuck, you blah 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 for a nigga that's comfortable with doing that. You know what I'm saying? I just know that we're different people. I'm not gonna. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But.
Oh, you a weak ass nigga. You a beta male that'll let your woman do all of this.
Yeah, that's weird to
alpha
me.
boss up and like let her know that this not okay. Be the man. You let her wear the pants. Take her pants off and put them on you. Put that bitch in a skirt. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that.
That's hella weird to me when niggas do that. But hey, do your thing, 21. Yeah. Do your thing.
Do your thing, 21.
Yeah, man. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Follow all the links down in the description below. We got our black-owned businesses,
B.O.B.
and we have our gaming channel, King's Crew Gaming. Go ahead and subscribe to that channel because,
like I said, it's gonna come back. We're gonna be gaming again, but we do be gaming over there. Just don't think of it as a hiatus. Just go over there, watch the videos as if it's all new again. As if the video just came out yesterday.
Because it probably is new to you.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, you know, bring that back. Because we be gaming.
It's your boy KC Plays.
And I'm Cisco.
And we are King's Crew. See you guys next time.